Personally, I would have sucked on the Dalai Lama's tongue. It's been tremendous good luck. The missed opportunity, really. Seems to be like rubbing the Buddha's belly times 1,000. How are you all doing tonight? Is everyone excited to be here? Awesome. Thanks so much for coming out so late. I am aware we're far too late, so you must, really love us. So thank you so much. It's quite a big deal for me, actually, being in the comedy festival, because it's something that I've come to every year since I was a kid, but always as an audience member, because I haven't always been a comedian. It'd be weird. In a room with a microphone, practicing bits of my twin before I have to eat them for heckling me. I only started a couple of years ago, and it was all thanks to the little virus that could. COVID-19, in case you missed that particular news story. I was quite lucky to start out during lockdown, I think, because what it meant is I couldn't actually get on the stage until like months after I'd started writing. And I say that because I went back to one of my first comedy drafts recently, and I pulled out a joke. I remember thinking it was like really good for like a couple of weeks before I came to my senses. So it's a joke that's never actually seen the light of day until tonight. So I'll tell it to you now. I used to work at a cheese shop. One day a vegan came in and asked, are there any vegan options? And I said, yeah, just one is the door. That's a fucking weird joke, man. Weirdly anti-vegan. Got nothing against those people. We've even got a vegan recording the show tonight, so please know I don't mean it. I never worked in a cheese shop, so that's a fucking lie. So I'm very lucky that I didn't make it into my first stand-up set, or I probably would have finished then and there, and never would have made it this far, so that's good. I think the question I get most often about being a comedian is, how do you do that? How do you get up in front of a crowd of people and tell jokes? It must be terrifying. And I always say the same thing, which is, oh no, that's actually quite easy. What's really hard though is getting up on a stage and telling jokes to 4 people. That starts feeling literally insane. You wonder what you're doing with a microphone. You should probably just be sitting at their table and being ignored closer. Easiest gig I've ever done was late night at the Classic downstairs. Packed show. Everyone was so drunk they were going to laugh whether I was funny or not. Hardest gig I ever did was at a bar that I won't name. On a Tuesday night, 4 people in the crowd, all of them high on meth. Didn't get any laughs that night, but I did get COVID-19. It's been a popular theme in my comedy career so far. Did anyone see me perform at Dylan Fraser and Friends earlier this month? Brendan Lovegrove was there as well. Oh, that's right, no one did, because I was taken off that show because of fucking COVID! Fuck! It was a real big deal for me getting on that show, so I was pretty bummed out. Like, in fact, when I put the poster for that show on Facebook, my mum called to ask if it was real. She thought maybe I'd photoshopped myself in as a joke. And apparently so did a couple of my aunties. They called her to call me. And it was because of the caption I wrote, which was, snuck onto this poster, be good to see you there. Which is, not funny or anything. It was just like a self-deprecating joke. And like the image I provided for the poster was like a little lower quality than the other one. So it did look out of place. So I do understand their line of thinking. That being said, I still think, I hope that they thought I was better at comedy than that. Not good enough to be on a show with Diane Enwood and Brendan Lovegrove. I also think that was a great error on the organizer's behalf. At least good enough at comedy that they didn't think my idea of a good joke would be to Photoshop another comedian's get poster for an hour, share that doctored image on Facebook in front of all of my comedy peers, including the people who are on the show, and then for my big punchline, write, snuck onto this poster, be good to see you there. How do I look, by the way? Do I look nice? I thought sympathy yeses are the best. I wanted to look nice for tonight, so I started doing a skincare routine a couple of months ago. It's very intense. There's like 9 steps to it. And it's only been 2 months, but I think that already my skin looks 2 months older. To be honest, the only real discernible difference is I'm shinier now. Which apparently means it's working, according to my girlfriend. Apparently they call it the glazed donut effect. When your skin is so healthy and dewy that it starts resembling a glazed donut. Which maybe is well and good if you're like a beautiful woman and just people assume that it's good skin. But I think on me it just reads as a thin layer of grease. Nobody wants a fucking glazed donut with mustache here on it. I should apologize for my mustache, by the way. I know some people don't like it because they tell me. Some people even call it a paedophile mustache, which isn't particularly nice, is it? I don't think it's very fair that the most basic and default mustache, and also the only one I can fucking grow, has to be the one that's associated with a heinous crime, you know? I feel like a paedophile mustache should be way more intricate. It should grow down like both sides of the mouth, just long enough that you can tie it into a little knot and form a hammock you can store lollies in or something. I don't know, I'm not one of them. I recently got a rib removed, so I could suck my own rib. I just keep it on a keychain now and put it in my mouth when I get nervous. As a joke, of course, we're at the comedy festival. I never deprive myself of precious organ armour. If anything, I'd like to get more ribs added to my rib cage, you know, just to fill all the gaps. It's an impenetrable fortress of bones around my whole body, that's what I want. I want so many fucking ribs that I can survive most minor gunshots. I want so many ribs I can't even look at my penis. Suck it! I am a Marxist, by the way. I should get that out of the way. Because some people, well, they're pretty uncomfortable being around a full-blown Marxist, such as myself. But too bad, I don't give a shit. Do you all know what Marxism is, by the way? It's when you really, really hate guys called Mark. One day when I'm stronger and he is weaker, I will kill Mark Wahlberg. I strike you as extreme, but I can't help it. I'm a Marxist. Are there any Marks in the audience? What are you talking about? You're all Marks for paying $20 to see this shit. I've been doing that joke since I started. Yeah. So towards the beginning of this year, it's actually, I was praying to God. I don't know if you know him. I said, God, please give me some more material to work with so I can write some jokes for the comedy festival. And now God, he is a mighty Lord, isn't he? So he delivered by making it rain so hard I lost everything. I don't know if you remember that night. It's a weird one. Not Cyclone Gabrielle, but the earlier nameless flood that people don't care about as much anymore. I don't know if you saw Brian Tamaki's response at the time, but apparently it was caused by too much porn usage. And I looked into it actually, and it was true. I don't know why I put this in the mic stand. I don't know, wait a minute. Yeah, I looked into it actually, and there actually was a bit of science behind it. Because if you've got a whole country of people doing this sort of motion at the same time, well, it creates a shift in the atmosphere. It's responsible for these extreme weather events. So I was living at the bottom of the valley at the time when the masturbation storm hit. Which meant by the end of that evening, we had to move back in with my parents. Which means if you don't laugh, keep laughing at my jokes tonight, you will be stomping on the already trampled spirit of a victim of diaspora. I lost everything in the floods. I lost my gaming chair, I lost my gaming keyboard, a gaming cast iron pan, lit up, gaming fridge, that's gone, gaming photo book of precious memories, gaming dehumidifier. It was quite funny actually returning to the house the day after the flood and just seeing the dehumidifier lying dead on the ground. Damn, don't start a fight you can't finish. Humidity has got hands. Humidity ain't nothing to fuck with. Anyway, that's what? might take my watch off. I feel like I'm just blinding people. I can just see the like little spotlight going around the room. Anyway, that's all the flood material I've got. So, probably lost about $20,000 worth of stuff. But on the bright side, I got a good dehumidifier joke now. Funny, I sucked on the Dalai Lama's tongue, eh? That's what I got on into this now. That's alright, we've moved into a far nicer place now. We're on the second story of a set of apartments in Shelley Beach Road. So if we get flooded up there, we're all pretty fucked. But it also means we're right by point air and pools now. It's quite nice. One thing that is weird about point air and pools, though, is that if you go on the website for the pool, there's just a live stream of the swimming pool. That's a bit weird, isn't it? It's quite hard to relax swimming in a pool, knowing that there's probably at least 5 creeps watching you on their second monitor within the next extreme weather event. You catch my drift? I was thinking the other day, by the seashore, this would be the stupidest fucking place I've ever heard of for selling seashells. They're right fucking there, aren't they? What else has this woman got for sale? Sand? Bucket of seawater? Get real. I was wearing a windbreaker the other day because I wanted to masturbate louder. That's the whole joke. Admittedly, it works better when I'm wearing the windbreaker because I can just demonstrate the noise. But I found out pretty quickly it looked pretty fucking stupid on stage wearing a windbreaker, especially when it's covered in cum. This next part of the set is called Did You Know? Did you know? In some parts of Italy, the poor still live in Pizza Huts. That just wasn't a good joke. Did you know? There's some cameras, any camera can be a disposable camera if you throw it hard enough. Someone say. Did you know I went trick-or-treating last night? A lot of people will tell you can't go trick-or-treating as an adult in May. With no costume. But did you know that's simply not true if you have a gun? Did you know I got so many lollies last night? It was unbelievable. I got kicked out of a birthday party last weekend over some fucking bullshit. I was playing Limbo at the time, and I am a pretty competitive person, so I was trying to win. So I did punch the 6-year-old birthday boy in the face. So, I knocked him out. But in my defense, I got confused by the concept of how low can you go. I just thought I was being creative. Can't get much lower than that. I am mentally ill, by the way. Should explain something. I don't mean that in the modern sense, though, but more in the 90s skateboarder sense. I'm so fucking ill as mental. It explains why I'm so cool. I am also just, regularly mentally ill. Probably don't even need to bring that up. It's obvious. Did you know it was Neurodiversity Week last month? I did because my mum wished me a happy Neurodiversity Week. That's the whole joke. I just find that funny. Baptisms are weird, aren't they? I don't know. What the fuck are they about? Any Christians? My theory is baptisms were invented by a church that went into debt building the world's nicest sink. So to pay it off, they had to invent, dip your baby in our sink or it goes to hell. Pretty clever, really. People love babies, they hate hell, so put those things together and put more gas. Are there any other fellas in the audience a little sick and tired of how women always joke about how we don't know what the damn clitoris is? I don't know about you lot, but that shit pisses me off. I know precisely where that sucker is. I know exactly where it is. It's right here. It's the heart. It's listening. It's not which brand of soap is their favorite. It's showing up in the rain with a bouquet of flowers. Say, I'm sorry. I think, I don't know. I don't really care at this point. I'm 30 years old. Some people are surprised to find out I'm 30 years old, probably because I'm always trick-or-treating. There's such donutty skin. Gorgeously donutty skin. I think the only thing that's really changed for me since turning 30 is I've entered a new marketing bracket. So all of my ads on Instagram are hilarious now. So I went from 20 to 29 to 30 to 40. So it's they all seem to cater specifically to millennial aging body insecurities. And the one I really enjoy that I keep getting at the moment is this one that's a product that's essentially Spanx for men. Do you know what Spanx are? It's a very tight set of underwear you wear all the way up here, and it's so tight that it sort of squeezes your disgusting, unsightly body into a more respectable tube. According to this ad, the Spanx for men do wonders for your confidence. But I think they made a grave error in the ad by showing men drinking at the pub wearing them. It made you immediately think that, well, any kind of confidence gains you might get from a man's Spanx would probably be quickly lost at the urinal. This does wonders for my confidence. Another ad I got quite recently, I quite liked, it was for a protein powder company. But I really felt for this guy, It was clearly the owner of the company talking to the camera, low budget, he was super enthusiastic, knew his stuff. But I already knew his company was very likely to fail. And it's because he named his product Protein, which, well, if he had Googled that before he started the LLC, well, he would have discovered that's quite a widespread euphemism for cum. When you Google protein, his is number 2. Number 1 is the Urban Dictionary definition for protein, which I didn't write down. But it's something about, cum. It's like this sticky white hot coconut. It's hacked to read out fucking Urban Dictionary anyway. But it's just funny that it's a sentence that he's almost definitely read by now. A tear fell down his face. Oh no. All of my savings. I hope no one in here knows them. It's a very small country. I've been thinking about that. Anyway, I'm going to finish off with an impression. So this is me as a man with a crystal belly button. I lost it. Sorry, this is so embarrassing when this happened. That's my last joke. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. It means so much to us. To everyone who's come here to support Jackie tonight. We're all thinking about her. We're so sad she couldn't make it. It's been an absolute heartbreaking situation. We're very lucky to get Lane in last minute, but yeah, is there anything else to say? Thank you. Piss off. Nah. Thank you. Bye. Delivering this.